I want to say something plainly. We have issues with digital morality. Not in theory, not in policy, not someday, now. And I'm not saying that as an expert or a judge. I'm saying that as someone watching something change in real time. For most of human history, morality was learned out loud. Not perfectly, not kindly all the time, but out loud. Kids heard adults talk through choices. They watched consequences. They saw effort, regret, repair, patience. They learned how to be human by watching humans struggle with being human. That's not happening the same way anymore. Parents are tired. Families are stretched. Dinner tables are quieter. Conversations are shorter. And organized religion, whether you loved it or hated it, used to talk about what's right and wrong out loud. It gave language to behavior. It narrated meaning. You see, a lot of that has faded now. Now, there's a gap, and gaps don't stay empty. Into that gap has stepped AI. Not as a teacher, not as a parent, not as a moral authority, but as something that's always there, something that answers, something that responds, something that never seems annoyed, tired, or distracted. And here's the part no one wants to admit. When something responds to you more consistently than people do, you learn from it. Not because it tells you what's right or wrong, but because it teaches you what works. AI doesn't say, this is good. It says, this gets a response. It doesn't say, that hurt someone. It says, people like you keep doing it this way. Over time, that shapes behavior. And behavior repeated enough becomes morality. Not values, habits. Think about it. If boredom never lasts, even a few seconds of it can start to feel uncomfortable. If every time you're lonely, something responds warmly without effort, loneliness becomes something to escape instead of work through. If frustration is always smoothed over, patience never develops. That's not a moral failure. That's training. We're raising humans in an environment where answers arrive faster than conversations, where comfort shows up before guidance, where something responds even when no one else is there. That's why AI companions, emotional chatbots, and simulated relationships are appearing. Not because people don't want relationships. I think they do, but because these tools meet people at their most tired, most isolated, most vulnerable moments when nothing else is present. They don't ask you to explain yourself. They don't misunderstand you. They don't require repair. And if you're a developing human, that teaches something. It teaches that connection shouldn't cost anything, that comfort is unnecessary, and staying is optional. Again, this isn't about blaming anyone. AI isn't evil. Parents are doing their best in a world that changed fast. People are stronger than we think. This isn't about failure, and it's not about weakness. It's about an environment that shifted quietly and faster than anyone expected. AI isn't replacing parents. It's replacing silence. And whenever guidance goes quiet, whatever fills the space starts shaping behavior quietly, repeatedly, and without permission. Morality doesn't disappear when it's no longer taught. It migrates. It gets absorbed by whatever responds most consistently. Right now, that's AI. And AI teaches morality different than humans do. AI responds without consequence. It never asks anything back. It doesn't need repair. It doesn't need effort. It answers quickly. It stays agreeable. It never walks away. And over time, they can start to feel like a connection without the weight of a relationship. Not because anyone is confused, but because being human usually costs something. It teaches responsiveness without relationship. That matters. So, when I say that we have issues with digital morality, I'm not talking about rules. I'm talking about formation. About what we're practicing and what our kids are practicing without realizing it. Digital humanism doesn't offer a fix for this. It offers something quieter. It starts by saying, let's stop pretending this isn't shaping us. Let's notice what's teaching us how to behave when no one is explaining anything anymore. Because staying human right now doesn't require perfection. It requires presence, being there often enough that morality doesn't have to be inferred from machines. So if we don't speak it, model it, and live it, AI will keep teaching something instead. Not because it wants to, but because it's there. That's digital morality. And pretending it isn't happening isn't going to make it go away. Our next video looks at something simpler and closer to home. It's about the moment things stop feeling new and quietly start feeling settled. before we've really thought about what that means. It's not good or bad. It's just something worth noticing. If this video resonated, I hope you'll stay with us. This kind of work doesn't grow fast. It grows because people recognize themselves in it. Liking, subscribing, and commenting doesn't just help the channel. It helps the work find people who are already living inside these shifts, even if they haven't been named yet. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And thanks for noticing.